For every 10 guys who try and cut the gut, only 2 will succeed. Even worse, only 1 will keep it off for good. So what's this guy doing differently? When I first heard this stat, I couldn't believe it. But then I remembered how social media pushes all these fad diets and gimmicky fitness trends to the top of everyone's newsfeed, and it starts to make more sense. So over the past few weeks, I've gone deep, studying the latest research, learning from the most reliable names, and analyzing past client success stories. And I found this guy does do something differently. 5 things differently. But they're not just hacks or habits. They're small lifestyle changes backed by science that'll add up to give you amazing results. So let's start with the first lifestyle change, because I found a fascinating study that flips all of the common weight loss advice on its head. You've probably heard the saying, abs are made in the kitchen. Dieting is 90% of weight loss. But what if that wasn't true? What if you could eat more, avoid hunger cravings, and still lose the weight? This study took 3 groups. One group ate 1,800 calories but did no movement. The second group ate 2,500 calories and did moderate exercise. And the third group ate over 3,000 calories but exercised a bunch. The surprising result was the group that ate the most also lost the most amount of fat, averaging a drop in 5% body fat. This third group was called the high energy flux group. And it's the first lifestyle change you need to make to put you in that top 10% of weight loss success stories. So why does eating more but moving more encourage weight loss? I would have assumed the group eating the least amount of calories would have lost the most amount of weight. So I dove a bit deeper, and the answer is surprisingly easy. If we're just naturally moving more throughout the day, our body continuously burns energy without us needing to make huge cuts to our calories. If we burn on average this many calories throughout the day, and we usually eat this many, by adding some daily exercise targets, we can put ourselves in a caloric deficit without needing to slash our calories. But what is the best exercise to do this? Because when most people hear move more, they think high intensity interval training, intense sprints, or hours on the treadmill. You'll be happy to hear the secret to Group 3's weight loss is simply walking more. And I found 3 major reasons why. Firstly, walking is quite simple. You don't have to get dressed for it, get ready for it, or even shower before or after doing it. It's effortless to track. Any smartwatch or even apps on our phone can track our daily steps. And you can even sneak it into your day by taking the stairs instead of the elevator, parking further away in the car park, or walking when you take calls. So walking is a key component, and I found the golden range to staying lean is 8 to 10k steps a day. Now you can do more, but we want to make sure we're conserving energy for our second secret of the high energy flux lifestyle, which is weight training. Anywhere from 2 to 4 workouts a week is going to help boost metabolism, energy, and mood. There's 3 workout splits I'd recommend doing: full body, push-pull legs, or upper-lower. So before you go and massively cut your calories and endure weeks of starving, try just adding 8 to 10k steps a day and 2 to 4 workouts a week, and this will help you lose weight without needing to starve yourself. But moving more is just one part of the puzzle. If we don't look at our second small change, doing this long term will be near impossible. Throughout my teenage years, I was a big gamer. I'd play anything from single-player story experiences to competitive multiplayer games, and honestly anything in between. But I always found it odd that certain games could hold my attention for hours on end, while other games I'd be 10 minutes in and snoozing on the couch. Now there's tons of reasons why some games are better than others, but I found after doing some research and comparing gaming to my own fitness journey, there was one component that made it so compelling. And that was progression. How good would it feel when this popped up on the screen, or this? Leveling up and monitored progress has proven to be one of the biggest factors in what makes video games so compelling. So the second lifestyle habit to successful weight loss is self-monitoring. How can we take that compelling aspect of video games and add it to getting in shape? In the real world, progress isn't as obvious as a level up screen, but it's still happening. You're losing weight, building muscle, getting stronger. The progression is there, you just need to make it visible. So there's 3 different things we can track. The most important by far is our body weight. You can eat the healthy diet, follow the intense workout program, but if you don't track your body weight, you'll never know if it's working. So the easiest way to do this is weigh yourself first thing in the morning after the toilet, but before any food or water. You can build the habit of weighing yourself every morning or just doing it once a week. Next is our calories. This is the cornerstone of weight loss. Burn more calories than you eat and you'll lose weight. It doesn't matter what you're eating, it just matters how much. So use an app like MyFitnessPal, get a kitchen scales and weigh out everything for at least 2 weeks. Trust me, just 2 weeks of disciplined calorie tracking and you would have mastered dieting. And finally, the third thing to track is our step count. Remember how we talked about walking being our fat loss secret weapon? Tracking our steps is the closest thing we can do to tracking our energy consumption. Smartwatches, phone apps, there's so many things to help you track your steps. Think of this like your own personal fitness game. You're leveling up, but instead of a screen showing you progress, it's your body. But while self-monitoring is a massive factor in getting lean and staying there, you won't have the energy to do it if you don't make this third lifestyle change. What if I told you there was a drug that could boost testosterone, muscle growth, fat loss, energy levels, mood, and it's legal? And it's a drug that all of the top 10% weight loss stories abused. And no, it's not Ozempic or steroids. Admittedly, it's not even really a drug, but it's pretty damn close. It's sleeping. Now here's the brutal truth. If you're not taking your sleep seriously, everything else we've talked about is pointless. I'm not just saying this. The research is crystal clear. Poor sleep doesn't just make you tired, it completely derails your fitness goals. And I've experienced this firsthand. I can go months following a diet and be super disciplined, but the moment I have 1 or 2 nights of bad sleep, I'm rummaging the cupboards for any junk food I can find. The big reason for this is when the body lacks energy from sleep, it starts to crave quick and easy sources of calories. And things like brownies, burgers, and biscuits are perfect for this. Now, you're either 1 or 2 people. You're saying, I get 7 hours of sleep, I'm doing just fine. Or you're saying, yeah, my sleep is totally trashed. Either group here is going to benefit from this, because I found doing my research that it's not just hours of sleep that needs to be focused on, it's also quality of sleep. 2 people can sleep 7 hours and one feels like a superhero while the other feels like a zombie. So what's the fix? Here's the 3 best things you can do to improve your sleep quality and duration. First, lock in a consistent sleep schedule. Your body craves routine, so go to bed and wake up at similar times every night, even on weekends. Secondly, you gotta cut the afternoon coffees. Caffeine can stay in the system for upwards of 12 hours, so anything past midday is gonna start affecting your sleep. Consider switching to decaf past midday. Third, keep your room cold. Your body needs to drop its core temperature to hit deep sleep. A cooler bedroom isn't just more comfortable, it's a performance hack. So try these 3 things and I guarantee not just better sleep, but better weight loss. Now, unfortunately, we can train hard, sleep well, track our progress, but if our diet is a mess, getting lean will feel impossible. Which from my time as a coach and years in the fitness scene, dieting seems to be one of the biggest hurdles for most guys. That being said, you'll be glad to hear I've gone away and researched the diets of all of the biggest names in the fitness scene to find a pattern behind not just what they eat, but how they eat. And although everyone has their own unique dieting structure, I have found one pattern that makes dieting super straightforward. All 3 diets I researched follow the same similar structure of having 1 or 2 meals that are cooked and complicated, and the rest of the meals is quick, convenient options. Take Dr. Mike for example. His first meal is literally Gatorade and protein powder. His second meal is a bowl of cereal and another protein shake. It's not until his 3rd meal where he cuts up some pre-cooked chicken, bag of veggies, and mixes it with some rice. Again, which is another super simple meal. Jeff also follows something similar. He eats 5 meals a day, but 3 of them are grab-and-go meals like a banana and a protein shake or some yogurt with toppings. So instead of thinking you need to have 3 or 4 cooked, complicated meals, aim to have 1 solid meal that covers the bulk of your protein and nutrients, which could be chicken, rice and veggies, or turkey with mixed salad and potatoes. And then for the rest of your meals, look to make stuff that's super convenient and easy. The most important aim is just to hit your calorie and protein targets, which can be easily discovered by using any sort of food fitness app online or just using a calorie calculator. After you find those targets, decide what meal you want to have cooked, which it's usually dinner, but it could be lunch or even breakfast. Then finally fill in your macros with your other simple meals. That being said, everything we've covered so far doesn't matter if you don't commit to this final lifestyle change, because it's the one that's going to motivate you to do all the other ones. Think of it like the ship that carries all the other lifestyle changes. The reason most guys don't take consistent action in fitness is because they set weak goals. They say, I want to look better or I want to be stronger, but that's not enough. That's just the what. You're still missing 2 key components of an action-driving goal, which is our final lifestyle change. A real action-driving goal has 3 parts. The what, which is your success metric. Do you want to lose weight, build muscle, feel more confident? Be specific. We've got the why, which is our emotional driver. This is where most guys mess up. We don't chase numbers or goals, we chase feelings. You don't want to lose the weight, you want to feel like someone who's lean. Think about it. Has your weight ever stopped you from living life? Maybe you don't speak up in social settings. Maybe you don't take your shirt off at the beach. Maybe you can't keep up with your kids. These things in life give us feeling, and feeling is a far greater motivator than chasing numbers on a scale. Your why is what's going to push you when motivation fades. And finally, our how, which is our action plan. Once you know what you want and why you want it, you need a clear path to get there. For example, if your goal is to lose weight and be more confident, then your action plan might be getting 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep a night, walking for 30 minutes a day in the morning, and training 2 to 3 times a week. But remember, you don't need to do everything at once. Start with one of these actions, make it a habit, and build from there. The more actions you can stack, the easier everything else becomes. Now, if you want to know the exact diet I followed to lose over 6 kgs in just a month, this video right here will share it with you. Otherwise, thanks for watching. We'll talk soon. Cheers, gents.